Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to round 10 of the BSXC Championship live in Birmingham. We will get this underway now with everyone in. I believe we may be waiting for one more. If not, I'll invite someone else in. So, pretty much 6th or 11th made it in. If you finish 12th, then you go straight to the B main. However, if the rider that finished in 12th in 11th, does not join, we will invite the guy from finished in 12th. I'll wait a few minutes, and if he doesn't join, then we'll start it from that. Yeah, so tonight is a memorial race tonight for George Sim. If you don't know George Sim, he is a granddad who unfortunately passed away a few years back. It is his birthday today. He would have been 71. So tonight every rider is running, well, I think a few aren't, but most riders are running black and white kits as a memorial, and we are also taking donations as well. If anyone would like to donate, it's perfectly fine if not, but if you would like to, just message the BSXC page and we'll get it sorted for you. The charity that we have chosen is the Bobby Robson Heart Foundation, situated in the northeast of England, so close to home. Yep, so the person hasn't joined, so I'll invite a rider that finished in 12th, sorry. And once he's in, we will start. So, like on last Wednesday, I done the riders to watch out for. Do that again this week as well. And in this one, I'd say biggest. I think there's a few favourites for tonight, at least in the people that's already a name in. But for the race that's happening right now, I'd have to go towards Bulletproof Bill and Charlie Whalen. Charlie missing out again, unfortunately finishing 6th in his heat. And Bill having an unfortunate ride and crashing a few times, so him to finish 10th, but his qualifying times are looking strong, so maybe we could see him pull through. As well as Seth VT, he's also very, very quick, as well as the two other Belgian riders that are in here, Bram VD and Ruben VD. But it doesn't look like the 12th rider is gonna join, so we'll just start it from here. Yeah, so due to, unfortunately, the person who normally runs our streams is a bit unwell today. I've took over. I was meant to be racing, but I've took over the live stream, so this is my first time running it myself, so don't give me too much grief, but we'll just see how it goes. If anyone is interested in racing in the series, that unfortunately didn't get in tonight, we race every Sunday and every Wednesday at 7 PM British Standard Time. The 250s are on the Sunday and 450s obviously like tonight or on Wednesdays. So just drop the Instagram page a message and we'll get you booked in for that. As we speak, the LCQ is about to start. We'll just wait for everyone to ready up and then we'll get underway. So the top 2 from this advance into the A main. The rest of the riders unfortunately go to the B main, which will be straight after this. So should make for some good riding. Hopefully a few battles. Hopefully no takeouts. Just been a common thing in the recent weeks, but hopefully we're trying to drown that out. And everyone looks to be ready, so let's start. So we're starting on the Belgian Seth VT here. Number 4 weight. Unfortunately crashes on the gate. I think you might have heard us when I was watching him, but let's go up to the front where Ruben went down. And again, let's go to the front where the other Belgian, Bram VD, takes the whole shot by the looks of it, with Charlie Whalen in second, Jay Trav in third, Zed Reviews in fourth, a German, and Derpy Kid in fifth. So again, we're looking as if the Belgian is going to try and find a way to keep Charlie Whalen behind him and maybe might look to try and win this race, as I'm sure everyone will be. When Charlie Whalen has lost it. Where's Charlie Whalen gone? He's back down to fourth as Bulletproof Bill makes his way up into third. See if he can make amends for his heat race and pull it back in the LCQ. But going back up to the front, Bram VD goes down, so that leaves Jay Trav to go into the lead. Again, had a few takeouts in his heat race as Charlie Whalen goes up the inside of Bram and Jay Trav goes down by the looks of it. Yep. Let's see if the other Belgian, Ruben VD, can get by him. As Bram VD goes down, so the guy who got the whole shot dropping down the order, and it looks as if he's just went inside there to take him out there, so we'll just give him a little warning. Watch him for the rest of the race. Stand there, I'd say blocked his path there, I wouldn't necessarily say that was a takeout. As Ruben goes down, but we'll head back up the front where Bulletproof Bill come through the pack in that first lap and he's took over the lead as he tries to quad in. Fortunately didn't get it. Charlie Whalen closed in a bit through that rim section. Might be looking to set him up through the next few corners, but Jay Trav goes back into third after his crash. Unfortunate cases that, which could lead, I was going to say could lead to Bram passing him, but Bram's a bit too far back at the moment. So go back to the front with Bulletproof Bill. Did an unfortunate race last week, had a few issues, but we're glad he's back this week. Currently sitting fourth in the standings with 122 points. It's a few points down on third, but if he can get back in, get some points on the board, he might be able to pull it back. He's got a nice 20-point gap on myself, who I'm not racing tonight, so he's not really going to lose much, but it looks as if he's pulling away from Charlie Whalen here. And I said at the start of the race these two would be the two to look out for, and proving me right at the minute as Charlie Whalen. Unfortunately, the past few weeks he's been getting a lot quicker, but just hasn't been able to pull it together. So for his sake, that he can do it in this one eventually, get in to a main event. Jay Trav looking as if he was closing in. Bram unfortunately going off the track. Dan there just behind him, Dirtbike Kid and Seth taking someone out there, so give him a warning. So now two Belgians there on warnings, hopefully no more of this happens. with that being a bad take, I'll give him one last warning after that. But as Ruben comes back on the track here, Dirt Bike Kid trying to get back past him, but it looks as if Ruben's just yet come across him. And for that, because of recent weeks, unfortunately, Ruben will receive one warning and no more warnings. So one more, and that will be an automatic kick. But as we go back to the front, as Bill goes down, he's got quite a big gap on Charlie Whalen, who looked as if he's dropped off the pace. Jay Trav's still sticking with him, so if he makes a mistake, he's still there. But there's another mistake there as well. He was running 5th to the last lap in his heat race, and Baz got through, pushed him into the LCQ, but he's looking to hopefully, with 7 seconds left on the clock, get through. But Bulletproof Bill has, since that crash, has took off once again. He's got a nice little lead over Charlie Whalen. As we look back down the pack with 2 laps to go, Seth and Dirt Bike Kid there, looks as if they landed on each other. Not so sure what happened there, but we'll go back through, and if anything happened, we will have a look. But again, as we go back to the front, we have Bulletproof Bill in the lead, we have Charlie Whalen in second, Jay Trav third, Bram VD fourth, and Seth VD in fifth. That's your top 5 here in this LCQ as we head on to the final lap. Don't expect that to change much due to the gaps between each rider, so always never mind, as Seth has lost 2 places just like that to Dirt Bike Kid and Ruben. Unfortunately, these guys won't make it in. It's top 2 only go through. These guys will go into the B-Min. As we go back on the final lap, we'll go up towards Bill, who looks as if he's made a few mistakes, and Charlie Whalen has closed the gap. J Trav doesn't look like he's close enough to do anything, but Charlie Whalen dives on the inside. It's a good move by Charlie, not taking him out, but unfortunately looks like he is just going to come up short. Maybe he could grab it. That was a very, very tight one. We'll see who got that. I believe it might have been Bill just nabbing it, but we'll see at the end of the race, but that was very tight. As J Trav comes in third, Bram VD comes in fourth, a late scare there, but he had quite a big gap over Dirt Bike Kid here in fifth. Ruben VD in sixth, coming over the line. Maybe he's dropped it. Can Seth get through? He's waited at the end just to ride over it. Oh, and a Mega Rig got him there, so that's good. And Billy Kid didn't make it to the line, and neither did Zed. Repuse. So in the heading to the A main is Bulletproof Bill and Charlie Whalen. Unfortunately, the rest of the riders will head to the B main, which we will start up next, and hopefully it'll be finish at the end. Of both are heading through, so they'll both be happy with that. Charlie Whalen eventually getting through to A main after a long time, unfortunately not being able to get in. But as we look at the lap times, there wasn't really much to split the front two, but as we look down, there's only a few seconds difference between third to 11, so it's going to make for a very, very good B main up next. Now I'll just leave this one and hop into another one. That was a very good race there for the front two. Let's get in and see how the rest can do, and let's see where they finish. just get them all invited in, and then we'll start the B main. Running a little behind schedule, waiting on a few riders to join it first, but let's hope it'll run smoothly from now. So just get everyone in. Yep, so if anyone is new to this, we are a British Supercross series. We run every Wednesday and Sunday, 250s on the Sunday and 450s on a Wednesday. If anyone would like to book in, just private message the page or comment on the recent post and we'll get you all booked in for that. It's an up and coming event as well on MXGP 2019 as well, so they will be running that and BSXC are running it alongside them as a partnership, so we will see how that pans out. That also will be live streamed. I'm not so sure on whether it be live streamed on this channel or on the other channel, but we will find out when it happens. Just getting everyone in here. So from that race, I'm going to say Seth VT and Ruben VD will be on the final warning. They won't get another chance. It'll just be straight away because takeouts are occurring a lot more than what it should be, so we're trying to stamp down on it. So hopefully those guys are watching the live stream whilst I'm going through and doing this. Hopefully they know this, but Bram VD has one warning left after that takeout in the race. But again, I'll go through the riders to watch in this race. So as you've just seen in the LCQ, most of these riders will be in it. In fact, pretty much all of them apart from the front two are in it, and who finished 12th in the two heat races, if they join, because they didn't join the LCQ, so hopefully they can join this one. So I believe that is everyone invited. We'll get it in and we'll get everyone sorted for this B-Min. Live here on BSXC TV official. We'll welcome you into the 10th round of this championship, the 450 class, a memorial for George Sim, and I'll go through it again if you don't know who that is. He is my granddad. Obviously I run the series, so I wanted to do a little event for him today with it being his birthday. Just happened to fall on a Wednesday as well, so that worked out well. So if you see every rider with black and white kits on, that is why. I personally am from the northeast of England, so we support Newcastle, because who else? But we've decided that if every rider could run black and white, that would be great for you as viewers and as us to have a little memorial for him. But if you would like, we are also taking donations as well, so if you'd like to donate, we're not saying per se donate, if you would like to though, private message the Instagram page. If you don't know what that is BSXC_official, and we will get that sorted for you. The charity that we have chosen is the Bobby Robson Heart Foundation, and that is situated up here in the northeast of England, as we're just waiting for everyone to join. It should be 11 riders in this race, so hopefully everyone is going to join. I think we are only waiting for a few riders now. I believe only 3, but 2 of those being who finished in 12th in the heat races, so I don't expect them to join. But heading into this race, we've got to look at who I think would be tipped to win this. I'd say J Trav, after that impressive performance in the LCQ, it's a very good shot. Obviously the two Belgian riders, if they don't take anyone out, let's hope, but they have a good shot of getting in. They've been in the A main a lot recently, so it's a bit odd seeing them in this B main, but we'll see how they get on. So just invited the riders again, hopefully they join. Yeah, so I'll just go through who got through into the A main, so you know who we're looking out for in the A. We have winning the Heat 1 was Taylor 243 on a Honda, with a lap time of 47.6, with Uish in second, number 75, on the fastest lap time of the day, as I'll just get this started because it doesn't seem like anyone is joining. We had Steins 196 in third, number 496 also on a Honda, and we have OHCVZX, a new rider to the series, Australian. We'll welcome him in, number 102 on a Kawasaki, running a 47.8, and II Baz, who just tipped out Charlie Whalen, 4/5, number 173 on the Kawasaki, running a 48.3. As we head to Heat 2 as well, Dilza, who's been running very, very quick lap times recently, took the win. Another new rider to the series took second is Jacob YZ125, number 85 on the Honda. Cardi 161 was in the B main last week, I believe. He was in third with a 48.8. Derea won, the other Australian rider, number 420 on the Kawasaki. He was in fourth, and the series leader Scoochie 6, number 6 on the Husqvarna, finished fifth with a 47.7. So once everyone has readied up here, we'll get into this race, and if it's any good like the finale of the LCQ, we're in for a treat. We're just waiting on the two riders to ready up here, and we'll head straight in for this B main. Unfortunately not all the riders in here, but it's still a stacked B main, which you would expect. Yep, we'll get this started. And let's see if Bram can pull another hole shot but then stay there this time. See if I can get onto him. There he is. Let's see if he pulls another hole shot. He's got a good jump, but I believe that's J Trav on the outside with an even better one, as Bram's pushed out wide by a fallen rider. Unfortunately, of course, when I start on him, he goes last, unfortunately, off the start, as third place in the heat in his LCQ, J Trav was leading. Unfortunately, goes down as Mega Rig 69, number 292 on the Honda, heads into the lead with Seth VT in second, Ruben VD in third. Let's see what Mega Rig can do in his first ride in the BCSX. Round number 10, as unfortunately gets passed by Seth VT and goes down. It's the two Belgians take 1 and 2 from the American. Let's see if Bram, who's sitting in fourth here, can take over the American as well, making a Belgian 1, 2 and 3. Fortunately, J Trav must be having some issues, and you can see the issue right there. But let's hope we can get through the pack after that. So after that, Billy the Kid will be on one more warning after that. Unfortunately, will be kicked from the race, as we don't condone any of that. But after your first lap of racing here, we have Seth VT leading, with Ruben VD in second, Mega Rig 69 in third. We have Dirt Bike Kid 144 in fourth, and Bram VD right on his rear wheel. In fifth, unfortunately making a mistake there. Could let the German Z refuse through, and it does. As Bram drops back to sixth with J Trav in seventh and Billy the Kid in eighth after that takeout of J Trav. But we head back to the front here as Seth got a really nice lead over his fellow countryman Ruben VD here, heading over the triple for another lap around the circuit here at Phillip Park in Birmingham. His dirt bike kid, heads into third. I believe these two are teammates, the two Americans, so let's see if they have a clean battle or whether they go for each other as Z Reviews goes up the inside of Bram. Bram dives back down the inside. That looks like a good battle here. Got two good battles brewing. Got the two teammates, the Americans and Belgian Bram VD and Z Reviews, but it looks as if Bram has pulled a little sector there over the German. As J Trav, the Englishman, looks as if he's trying to get himself back through. Dirt Bike Kid looks as if he's broke Mega Rig so far. And Seth VT has dropped back to second. Not sure what happened with him there, but Ruben VD heads to the front with a big whip over one of the smaller jumps, I have to say. But after going off track there a little bit, Seth VT's back onto him. And with Mega Rig just there, and Bram VD heading back up now, unfortunately making another mistake. Dirt Bike Kid isn't close enough to take that position. Let's see what's happening with the two Belgians up the front. Hopefully, again, there's no takeouts from these two or on the last warning. But they look as if they're riding clean, just making a few mistakes. The American in between the three Belgians, so we have Bram sitting in fourth. Seth looks as if he's tucked back over the lead and he's got his head down. Might be able to gap his fellow countryman again. Bram VD sat here in fourth, looking as if he can get around the American. But instead, the American goes up the inside of Ruben VD, who made a mistake. And again, Bram, unfortunately, wasn't able to make that pass. I'm not sure whether that was a takeout or not. I don't really want to kick him if it was. I'll give him a warning just because I wasn't so sure on that. I didn't quite see it, but that is the final warning. Even if the next one doesn't look like a takeout, then we will unfortunately be kicked. It's not personally what I want to do, but if it's going to make it stamped out, then it will happen. But going back to the race instead of all of the takeout malarkey, we have the three Belgians up front. Seth VT leading the way with 2 laps to go. Ruben VD in second and Bram VD in third. Both on the Hondas, these two, looking as if this could have a good battle. Bram's been going backwards and forwards up the leaderboard in this race as he's close right up on Seth VT going into third finale corner. J Trav come through the pack after unfortunately going down a few times, got taken out by the rider in 8th, received a warning for it, but heading into the final lap, unfortunately Z Repues, the German rider, has dropped back down to 7th. Dirt Bike Kid and Mega Rig, after a good battle up the front with the Belgians, have dropped back into 5th and 6th, but we'll head up to the front for Seth VT's final lap, and for the final few corners we'll go on board with him. Unfortunately misses the quad there, but manages to keep it going. Nice line through the whoops. People's been struggling with them tonight, so it's good to see the B-main riders doing well over it, but Seth VT is stopping for whatever reason. He's let Bram in for the lead. I'm not so sure on why he's done that, but we'll look into that after the race here. See what happened with those two. It doesn't look like that should have happened, but so Seth VT, I'd say, took the win, but unfortunately he didn't cross the line first. That's not my problem to fix. Bram VD takes the win, Seth VT in second, Ruben VD in third. We have J Trav in fourth. We have the two American teammates, seventh, and Billy the Kid, the American, in eighth. However, now we have the finale. We have the A-main coming up, and once again it is stacked with very, very quick riders from all over the globe, which is quite good to see, with us only being a British Supercross. It's good to see some Australian riders, some American riders joining in, but we'll get everyone in for the race. As I went through who went through earlier, TLF 42 won the Heat 1 with Uish, Steins, OHCV, ZX and II Baz rounding out the top 5. And for Heat 2 we had Dilzer winning with Jacob Weiser 125 in second, Cardi 161 in third, DeReal 1 in fourth, and series leader Scoochie 6 in fifth. So we'll just get all these invited and then go straight into this A-main. So I would normally go through who I think's has a chance of winning tonight, but as the race is so stacked, it's probably have more chance of winning the lottery than actually picking who's gonna win. But as Uish unfortunately didn't do so well in the unfortunately dropped out of the 250 class on Sunday due to some issues with another rider. We'll see if he can make amends for that and push for the win here. He was the fastest qualifier in his heat, rounding out all of both heats with a 46.8. The closest rider being Scoochie, I believe. No, it would be who won his race, Taylor 42, who had a 47.6, so it's a full second ahead Uish is there. It's strange to see how quick he is when you watch him, but it's good to have in the series. Makes it a bit more competitive. So just get, again, everyone invited in. I apologise for how long this takes, but just want to make sure it's all done right and we get everyone in who is meant to be in, as well as the two riders who won their last chance qualifier, which will be Charlie Whalen and Bulletproof Bill. Get those guys in and get it all started for tonight's main event. So I'm just looking for two riders and then we will get this started. Yep, so that is all the invites ready and sent out. We'll just wait for everyone to join. And then we'll see how this goes. Unfortunately, there were rookie error. The B-main was supposed to be a 10-minute race, but unfortunately it was meant to be 10 minutes, and I put it as a short race, which was only 5 minutes. So I do apologise to the B-main riders. But all I can do right now is apologise. But we'll just wait for everyone to get in here and then get this started. I believe we're just waiting on one rider to join, and then we will get this started. So there's a lot of miles and a lot of prestige adding up here, which makes for very, very good racing. Should be hopefully entertaining for you guys watching here at Phillip Park in Birmingham. Hopefully I get this one right this time. It's a rookie error on my part, but so fully hope that I get it sorted for the next one. But everyone's in now. I'll wait for a few riders to ready up, and then we'll get this sorted. Just waiting on II Baz and Bulletproof Bill, the two Kawasaki riders, to ready up, and then we'll get this started. So unfortunately, again, running a little behind schedule, waiting on a few riders, so we had to start. Yep, so it's just waiting on Baz, and who seems to be ready. Just wait for Baz to ready up here. But yep, so we were waiting on a few riders earlier, and I believe that's everyone readied up, so we'll get this started. But we had to start at 7:15 tonight instead of our normal time of 7 o'clock, British Standard Time. But again, everything seems to be running fairly normal. But because it was my first time, it took a very long time to get this sorted, and for the first 5 minutes I do apologise, I had myself on mute. Again, another rookie error, but I'll learn from it, and hopefully next time I won't do that. So thank you to the riders that did message, let me know of that, because I was talking to myself for the first 5 minutes. But again, we will get into this A-main. And I'm not going to pick a winner, but I'm going to pick the main riders to look out for, and I'm going to pick the main top 3 to look out for. I've got to say, the series leader, Scoochie 6, the Irish rider, looking to get back to winning ways. He hasn't won the last few rounds, unfortunately, but he could get back to his normal self here tonight. Depends on whether he gets a good start or not. And I'm going to say his older brother Dilza, 95 as well, taking a few wins recently. It's good on him, but be looking for another one tonight. And then the Welshman Uish be looking to get another win under his belt after last week's disappointment. But everyone looks to be ready, so we'll get this started here live in Birmingham. We will start on the third of the 3 Irish brothers, Steins 496. He gets a good jump, but it looks as if Cardi 161's got a very good jump on the inside there, and he takes the whole shot here. It's Taylor 42, the winner of his heat number 1, has gone into the lead, and Uish quickly making light work of Cardi. No waiting around this time with a good start. As the Australian OHCVZX number 102 is in 4th, Charlie Whalen in 5th, Bulletproof Bill in 6th, DeReal 1 in 7th, Jacob YZ 125 in 8th, Scoochie in 9th, Dilzer in 10th, and I Baz looks as if he's had a bad start here in 12th. But as we head to the front, this will be a good battle to watch. Taylor 42, another rider looking quick, but Uish just flies straight past there. No messing about again, and it looks as if Uish he's gone off the track, so he can get back on safely, and he does, with the Australian coming in. Charlie Whalen, it's unfortunate not to win his LCQ. 4th, the other Australian, DeReal 1 in 5th, with Scoochie 6th, series leader in 6th. Jacob YZ 125 just being block passed by Dowser 95. Cardi, who took the whole shot, got him through, as well as, let's just go back there, as well as Bulletproof Bill in 10th, and Steins 196 in 11th. As we just go through the camera angles here on Bulletproof Bill, and II Baz again rounding out your top 12. Again, as we head back to the front, it looks as if Uish has been down. Again, he has again been down. He's getting passed by the pack, so he'll not be happy with this. So the two Australians sitting 2nd and 3rd, they're up at 5 AM riding this, so fair play to them for doing that and doing well here. As Taylor 42 looks to just take off here ahead of the two riders out of Australia. Scoochie 6 in 4th, Uish climbing his way back up to 5th, with Dilzer and Charlie Whalen battling for 7th. It doesn't look as if OHC VZX is getting close enough to Taylor. And the same for DeReal 1. Scoochie looks as if he is closing the gap just a little bit. Dilzer and Uish battling out here, 4th, 5th and 6th, with Cardi in 7th, took the whole shot, unfortunately dropped back by the looks of it. Charlie Whalen in 8th, Jacob 125, new to the series, in 9th, Steins 196, number 496 in 10th, and having a good battle with Bill, who goes around the outside. It's a good pass there by Bill, and Baz just doesn't look as if he's having a good race here, in the 12th position, unfortunately. Still picking up quite a few points here. Again, Baz, I believe, is just behind myself and Bill in the series. I'll just have a quick look here and see where he is as we head back to the front. Going through the riders, just checking for no takeouts. But yeah, so Baz is in 6th, so this won't be too damaging, but at the same time it might be. 7th isn't riding tonight, so he shouldn't have to worry too much. He should take over myself. He's only 10 points behind me, so the 11 points he's getting right now will take him above me, fortunately, but that's how it works. Scoochie doesn't look as if he's getting a rhythm on the track. He's not really closing in on the two Australians. And the same with Uish here. He looks as if he's closed in quite a bit on Scoochie 6 after making quite a few mistakes. Dilzer 95 in 6th. Cardi 161 in 7th. Jacob still in 8th. Steins climbs up to 9th, passing Charlie Whalen, and then getting clear of Bulletproof Bill and II Baz again, rounding out your top 12. Looks as if he's starting to get a bit of a rhythm now. Might have made a few mistakes in the first few laps, but he's running By the looks of his lap times, he was running very well in his heat race. Unfortunately, isn't able to put it together in the main, but OHCV ZX, new to the series here, number 102 on the Husqvarna. Looks as if he's not letting Taylor out of his sights, but still making a few mistakes, as Uish has passed Scucci and the real one since we last looked. Heads into third. Maybe he can put a charge on and see if he can get back to the front. Let's see if Scucci can get back past him. The real one, after a disappointing B-main last week when we interviewed him last week. He wasn't very happy with his B-main, but he's done well in that, and this time he's got himself into the A-main, where I'm sure he'll be very happy with. As we just look through the pack, everyone's somewhat spaced out right now, apart from, I'd say, this little battle here. But again, they're just a bit too far apart. Maybe Scooch could put a charge on for Uish. I believe Uish could probably catch the Australian rider in second, maybe Taylor in third if he's got enough time. There's 3 minutes left to go here at Phillip Park live in Birmingham, around 10 of the BSXC. Scucci not really letting Uish out of the sights, but unfortunately not being able to get close enough to show a wheel. But to break and derail one who is being caught by Dilzer. Let's see if this can materialise into a good battle. Stein's just a little bit further back, but let's see if Dilzer can put a charge on here, maybe get back through the pack. Unfortunately makes a mistake there, so it allows the rear one to get through. But last week's rider who took the win, American rider, unfortunately wasn't able to ride tonight. It was his first race last week, taking the win, so fair play to him. But tonight it looks as if it is Taylor 42's race to lose right now, as he's had a well-maintained gap throughout this race over the Australian and the Welshman Uish. He's doing a clever little line there, jumping over the tough blocks in third. It's gapped Scucci a fair bit, as Scucci makes a mistake there, but he makes up for it. And the real one in fifth. Looks as if he's pulled a little gap on Dilzer, but not enough to be comfortable with. Steins 196 sat here in 7th, come through the pack. Pass on Jacob a few laps ago. He's trying to get through to his fellow Irishman in 6th. Cardi took the whole shot in the start of the race, has dropped back to 9th. Charlie Whelan looks like that was a good pass up his inside there. Let's see if Charlie went to hold the position. Cardi just swings around the outside and gets it back. His Bulletproof Bill's just sat there watching them, maybe waiting for a mistake. And Ayabaz has caught up a fair amount from where he was in 12th. Throwing a few whips over the triple there. Throwing a whip over the triple. Taylor still in second, but it looks as if the Australian and the Welshman have caught up, and this will be a good battle here. Hopefully no takeouts. It looks as if the clean riding here. So Uish just couldn't quite get the drive out the corner. So Taylor 42 just leads the way with these two battling for the second position. It looks as if, despite battling, it looks as if they've caught up to Taylor from the gap that he had. Scucci just back here in 4th, not being able to put a charge on, and the real one rounding out your top 5 with Dilzer still chasing him. Looks as if Steins went down, and he's now riding with Jacob, who both crash into each other there. I'm not so sure on what happened there, as Bulletproof Bill dives up the inside of Charlie Whelan, who was riding with in the in the LCQ. It's good riding from those two. But we head back to the battle up front, and it looks as if Uish has got past the Australian. See if he can put on a charge and get back through. He's held that position most of the race. But we'll see if he can catch back up on the final lap here. We'll head up to Taylor and we'll watch his final few laps around this track. He's held the lead since the start. He's put up with a few scares from Uish and OHC VZX, but Taylor 42 takes the win from Uish, and the Australian in third. Scucci's going to come in fourth here. Dilzer looks as if he might. The real one's just tipped him there, maybe on the final lap, and it looks as if he did. Dilzer wasn't able to get up to him, and as we watch Jacob 125 here come round to the finish line with 10 seconds to go, the last few riders might not make it through. Here's Bulletproof Bill. He might not. He just say he did, but Charlie Whalen wasn't able to. And there is the standings from tonight's racing as Taylor 42 takes the win, Uish in second, the Australian OHC VZX number 102 in third, Scucci 6 as series leader in fourth, the real one number 420 in fifth, Dills 95 in sixth, Jacob Wise at 125 in seventh, Bulletproof Bill in eighth, Charlie Whale in ninth, Cardi 161 after taking the whole shot finishes in 10th, Steins 196 finished in 11th, and II Baz finishing in an unfortunate 12th. But that will round off tonight's racing. For another good round of racing. Good night.